Hey guys, how's it going? This is Autobot JCB here again for a brand new How to Transform video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to transform the 2005 Transformer Cybertron Minicons. Now, we're not going to be doing all these Minicons today, but today we're going to be focusing on Reverb, Jolt, and 6-Speed. These three Minicons were featured in the Transformer Cybertron series. As for these other Minicons, for those of you who are familiar with the the Transformers Armada series, you guys will recognize them as reissues of the Armada Minicon toys. Now, these guys actually have some differences. Obviously, they have been recolored to be included in the Cybertron series. And when you got these guys, they would actually come in these really neat dual packs where they have one Autobot Minicon and one Decepticon Minicon. I have to admit, I think that's pretty cool. You guys will notice that I have the third piece to the Adventure team in here, and then I have the third piece to the Destruction team in here. I have to admit, I think it's pretty cool that they decided to reissue the Minicons like that, because even though with the Armada series you would get a full set, I think it's pretty cool that by getting one of these double packs, it would encourage you to track down the other two. For example, if you guys remember, I covered the Transformers Armada Emergency Team Minicons, and they actually did reissue those Minicons in these double packs. You can see right there, there's Scythe and Anti-Blaze, which are recolors of Makeshift and Firebot. And then if you notice right here, you will see that they have Thrust and Ramjet, which are recolors of the Energon Saber from Transformers Energon. I have to admit, I think it's pretty cool that they did that, because it gives you, I guess, more determination to collect as many Minicons as you can. And like I said, the Minicons that are surrounding here are all recolors of the Transformers Armada toy line. And they do have some subtle differences other than obviously their recolor. Like, for instance, if you take, this would be the repaint of Tankor from the, Wreckage from the Armada line. You'll notice that he's been repainted orange with a little bit of camo striping right there. And if you turn him around, you'll notice that he has the Autobot symbol stamped on him. These guys, like I said, they come in their double packs where some have the Decepticon symbol and some have the Autobot symbol. I have to admit, I think that's pretty cool how they came up with that in order to reinvigorate the craze for Minicons. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be showing you how to transform Reverb, Jolt, and 6-Speed. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some features that these three have while they are in their vehicle modes. So we're going to go ahead and move these Minicons out of here, because we're going to need some room to work. Get them out of here. All right. So the first thing you'll notice is that Reverb's vehicle mode is that of a Jeep. I think that they did a pretty good job. You'll notice that he has the Minicon symbol stamped right there. Now, like with the other Minicons, they just kept the, actually, I don't know where his symbol is. They just kept the same Minicon insignia stamped on them. I think that that's a pretty cool little detail to solidify that they are actually Minicons. And then, of course, you have Jolt, who has his helicopter mode. What I think is interesting is that even though the Armada series already introduced a helicopter Minicon named Jolt, which was partnered with Hotshot, I think it's pretty cool that they decided to give him another design, and they just kept the name. I suppose that there are actually a lot of Transformers that they recycled the same names for, which is actually pretty creative, and it helps you create new characters even though there are some connection to previous characters. And then finally, we have 6-Speed. As you can see here, 6-Speed's vehicle mode is that of what looks like maybe like an Indy car or some type of race car. I think he kind of looks similar to I can't think of if the Minicon that I'm thinking of is Mirage or Downshift. Mirage or Downshift for the Skyboom Shield Minicons. Sorry about that. But I have to admit, I like this pretty sleek race car design. Now, when we first meet these Minicons, they are actually allied with the Autobot Vector Prime, And when they are first brought to Earth, they scan vehicle modes out of different automotive magazines, which allows them to which gives them the current vehicle modes that they have right now. And these Minicons they stated that these Minicons were actually from the planet Gigantian, which is the home planet of Metroplex. If you want to go check out that video, it is in my playlist. And what happened was they were messing around with I think they were messing around in an escape pod, and they accidentally launched it. And while they were trapped in the escape pod, they came into contact with Vector Prime, who rescued them, and they decided to go with him, as well as Vector Prime's Minicon Safeguard. But anyway, so what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to jump into what you guys came to see. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to transform Jolt. So we're going to move 6-speed and Reverb off to the side and bring Jolt in for another close-up. Like I said, I think this is a pretty cool helicopter design. I think it's kind of reminiscent to like a water rescue helicopter. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But anyway, so to get this thing started, what we're going to do first is we're going to actually turn the prop just like this, so that way it's in between these two gray panels. And what we'll do is we're going to grab each panel and we're going to fold it out past the prop and bring it out straight just alongside of him, just like that. And fold this one out and fold that down just like that until it's straight. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take the tail of the helicopter and we're going to bend it up, so that way it will actually stop the prop from spinning. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come down here. You'll see these pointed gray pieces. Just go ahead and flip these forward just like that, because those are going to be Jolt's feet. The next thing we'll do is we're going to go ahead and grab the landing skids right here. We're just going to fold them off to the side just like that. And then finally, what you'll want to do is you want to take the whole front of the helicopter, just give it a 180-degree turn. If you have it facing you, turn it clockwise, because it'll make it a little bit easier. I've tried to turn it counterclockwise, and it doesn't seem to really want to go. But yes, if you turn it clockwise, it will spin around a lot easier, and then it will kind of click into place, and then we'll be able to see Jolt's head. There's Jolt, pretty easy to do. Pretty cool design. I think that they got his toy pretty accurate to how he looks in the show. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in 6-speed. Now, like I said, 6-speed's vehicle mode looks pretty similar to what looks like a little bit of a little race car. I think he looks similar to one of the Minicons that makes up the Skyboom shield in the Armada series. And this one's actually pretty easy. What we're going to do right here is we're going to grab the rear section of this vehicle mode, and we're going to flip it out just like that. And come around the other side, flip it out just like that. Then what we'll do is we're going to come right here. This section right here is on a double hinge, and it'll just fold forward, click into place, and then you just fold his arms around just like that. And there, his head's already ready to go, and 6-speed is ready to go as well. Pretty easy to transform. I love that they stuck with the simple transformations for Minicons, because it makes it, despite having a lot of small parts, it makes them a lot easier to do. And then finally, we've got Reverb. Now, Reverb is actually pretty easy. You'll see right next to the link port, there's a little bit of a tab right there. If you pull that apart, then go ahead and flip these up to the side just like this, so he looks like that. What you'll do next is you'll grab the front end and go ahead and flip it on this. There's a little hinge right here. Go ahead and flip it on this hinge right here until it's straight. Then grab right above the lights on the truck. Go ahead and flip it down just like that, because there we have Reverb's legs. Then you'll see his head right here. Go ahead and flip his head up just like that, and then bring his arm down at an angle. It has, so like I said, you bring his arm down at an angle, so it looks like this. Bring it down, and then bring it out to the side just like that. So bring it down, bring it out to the side, and there we have Reverb. Like I said, these Minicons, I think, are really good. Their design is really good in my opinion, and I especially love that for the Cybertron line, they decided to reissue some of the Armada designs. That's one of my favorite. The Minicons have actually always been some of my favorite characters because of how unique they actually are. But anyway, guys, so there is the Transformers Cybertron Minicons, Reverb, Jolt, and 6-speed. If you guys have any other ideas for other Transformers you'd like me to try and do, feel free to comment below. Even hit that like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and I will see what I can do to help you out as we go. Until then, bye.